You figured it out.
I figured it out. Can you hear me
Good.
better?
Yes, actually, there's no echo. I can hear you just fine.
I gotta
What
figure
is
it out.
that dangly thing over top? You are leveling up on your
Yeah,
tech.
it's a pop filter. It's supposed to help. See, because the thing, I've always had this microphone, but it's a condenser microphone, and this one is a dynamic microphone, so it's like less sensitive. Where my kids, I don't know if you were watching the live, but like my kid ran in and he like screeched with his, like, you know how kids with that screech, high pitch, and it like, oh, but it's just very, it's very like touchy.
It was sobering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nick is professional. I know, right? She's
Yeah.
doing the thing. Like
Wait, I'm gonna look like I'm really professional with two of them. Like I'm like a
yeah,
newscaster now.
yeah, it does. Hi, everybody. Maria, welcome.
Hi, Maria. Thank you for being here. Oh, I guess I should share it out too.
Yeah,
I have
do your sharing.
so bear with me. I took some.
It's all. You just got done with your live.
Yeah.
I was kind of watching. I can't join on Facebook because I'm still restricted because I ended up saying rugs or something like that in one of the. So it's like till the 21st. That's when my restriction's over. That's when I'm going to do the bar talk.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
I
doing
just
that
wanted to be able to
on
do Facebook
Facebook?
Live and all the things. So
Are you doing Facebook and TikTok live?
I'm doing all the things.
Yes.
I'm going to at least crash course figure it out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start. I need to start playing around with Facebook Lives. Like,
Yeah.
obviously I'm getting TikTok a little bit. I don't think I have it down by any means. Like, there's so much that I don't know. But I'm gonna play around with Facebook a little bit too.
I think that this is a better platform for going live than Facebook.
Yeah.
And I probably get like restricted on all sorts of levels now for doing that. But I don't know. Maybe it's TikTok. Maybe they'll promote it. I don't know. Did I see Josh pop in?
Josh is here.
Very good.
There he is. He was watching
What's
the
up, my guy?
podcast.
Hey.
I was talking about it. I was like, if my friend Josh was here, he'd get on me for not knowing that, and then he like popped in and said something. I was like, oh, he's here. But, yeah.
I had another interview.
I could barely hear you, Leanne.
What'd you say?
Leanne's, I can barely hear her.
You can't hear?
I can hear you some. Just
See, I can hear you just fine, but I hear an echo when I talk.
I don't know. Oh, I bet I know.
echo.
6 years for Joey. He works in streaming. He loves these lives. Glad to have you back.
Hey, Leanne, what's your email?
Feralbutsober@gmail.
Hold on.
Got all the things. Oh, before I mess up, what's up, Jerry, if you're out there?
You hear him talking to you? He's watching.
That's all right, Joey. As long as you're listening in, I appreciate the support. That's awesome. Hey, Leanna, remember when we first started and it was like the entire episode we might have like 5 to 8 people and we're already at 8 a few minutes in?
Yes, I know. I was saying that last night. Is that better with the echo? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Is the echo better?
I don't hear an echo on me. Oh, there it is. It's okay, whatever.
Okay. It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I was just saying that last night, like when we got off, we got off and we text and I said, hi, and like,
Goodbye.
That was awesome. Yes.
I mean, some of the things you can't unsee. I've seen some crazy stuff in my life, and that wasn't top tier, but that was definitely unexpected.
Oh my god,
And
it was so good.
Nick, if you took care of that, I appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you thought he was like gonna ruin our lives, but that was just made it awesome. So.
I mean, let's toga. Let's get down with it. Ow. That was fun. We should have just muted him and had him in the background.
Just like.
Yeah, you look like you'd be chanting on recovery. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you do when you use drugs.
Yeah, like, this is what we don't do. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do.
Oh, I recognize Tuna in recovery. There it is. Oh yeah, I would say rugs or hugs or something. I
Jay
forgot.
said he's at work or he would come up. That's cool, man. Anytime we're on all the time. Anytime you're not at work, just jump on. And said he was trying to get him out. It's hard. Jerry
This
said
is
we'll
your
have to
bring
start
on
doing
rugs.
bloopers. Run like a blooper.
Hey,
That song.
you do
from
those little
Southern-
clips.
Yeah. This is your brain on rugs, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Tuna. Good to see you back.
Hey.
Do you want to hit the screen today? Yeah, Domesticated Recovery Classic. I think it was Domesticated Recovery that said loves the feral but sober name.
Yeah.
We are a little feral,
Yeah.
especially that last person. That was a little feral right there.
That's our mascot. Don't
Oh
mind
my
him.
god.
You just left him playing down there with his little mascot. Like.
That's cool, Tuna. Thanks for being here, though. Appreciate you. So, we're going to talk about a couple of things today. You know how we do it. We have one and then a backup if we don't have enough to talk about. And the one, so coping skills, we still want to talk about that. Hey, Poppy, good afternoon or evening on my world. So coping skills, and then how we have defined our family and what we define our family as, and has it changed over the years? Anything that goes in with this. So yeah, I had another job interview today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So a recruiter reached out to me and was like, we got your information in the system, whatever. And I was like, this is, yeah, right, I guess. And I thought it was very scammy, so I ended up calling them up, and I'm like, is this a real thing? They're like, oh yeah, this is a real thing, and you're actually talking to the recruiter you're going to interview with. And I was like, ooh, hi. And so today they called back and like smooth sailing, all the things, but I got sent into the actual, or they referred me to the hiring team at the place, and this is for like a full-time second shift, full benefits, 401k, all the, like a real daggone job, like a thing.
A grown-up job.
And so I'm not 100% sure yet. It's a youth center. I qualified for the position. I just don't have a lot of experience, and there are some other candidates, but I'm expected sometime middle of next week to hear back about doing it.
So you interviewed with him, though? Did you get face-to-face with him?
No, that's the next step. So the recruiter just asked me some preliminary qualification questions and took down a bunch of information that I was like, gabba. And they're like, okay, slow down, let me get that. I'm like, okay, this is great. You're taking all of my other stuff down. And then they were like, I assume you're not working right now. I was like, well, I kind of am, and explained that whole thing. And the person was like, oh yeah, I totally get it. Not quite what you expected, all that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and refer you. You seem like you got good energy and you definitely qualify. So I'll be getting a hold of the hiring team through an email, and then assuming there's no candidate already selected, they'll get back with the recruiter, and then I will do the interview, set up a time or whatever. So it is definitely a process, and I'll go in front of a small panel of people and be shot with questions.
You're good. That's like me. Like I always when I'm applying for jobs and stuff. Like if I can get an interview, if I can get to talk to somebody, then I usually feel like I can do. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I can get face to face with these people, I can make them like me.
With these people.
yeah, whoever they are, I don't care. Whoever's interviewing me.
Yeah,
I feel I can make them like me. And that's how I feel. I always like if I can get to that step, like face to face. You know what I mean? Like. I always feel like and you can tell too, like when you leave a face-to-face interview, like if it went well or not, like sometimes you leave and you're like, I'm not getting that job.
Yeah, well, I think what really helped me is I became the interviewer for so many years. It was just doing fast food stuff, but I learned through being on the other end of the table what worked and what didn't work, what they're looking for and what they're not looking for.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to tone down my excitement and get a little serious and like chill because I'm out there a lot of the time, most of the time. But I think it's gonna be good, and I'm just putting that positive energy into the ether that it's going to happen. So
That's
yeah,
amazing. And you have that other potential job too, right?
I do have the other job that I started last week, and then I go back to tomorrow. The one where like the ceiling's caving in, and I'm doing like
Yeah, but
security and
oh, so is
cook
this
and
this is the other job that you had? You had another interview, and this is it. This is what you're talking about.
that. Yeah, that
All
was.
right, I'm with you. I thought
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
another one as well, but I have a
Hey,
migraine.
Melinda,
Hi,
you have a
Melinda. Thanks for
migraine?
being here. So bad, yeah.
Oh
I'm pretty
no,
sure I need glasses.
been doing a lot of screen time.
Yeah. And my eyes have been bad, like they haven't been great for a while now, anyways. And I've been like earlier I was doing like a reading, and I had to literally stop in the middle and make it bigger. But I was like,
Hydrate. Yes, Melinda says it. Hydrate.
yes, hydrate. I know.
She's like, yes, I'm not doing it right now. I have things to
Yeah,
do.
I hear you. Like I should, but no, I did just drink a bottle of water during my last live.
Have you eaten yet?
Have I earlier? I probably need to eat.
Where's that plate of feet, Gary?
You hear him, babe? What's up? He said, "What's up?" He
Oh
said,
my
"Have
God,
you
you're gonna
ate?" We're
give
talking
me
about my
a-
migraine, and he said, "Someone said hydrate," and then James said, "Have you ate?" And I said, "No," and he said, "Where's that plate of food, Jerry?" Damn, calling him out.
Hey, Kels. I know Kels is out there. She's listening. She's working right
Thank
now.
you.
She's here in spirit and listening power. She's been interviewing. We were just talking about the interview, and she's been interviewing people all day. I think she has some tomorrow. Did some yesterday, and she gets to make the big
Oh, it
decision.
sucks.
She's kind of like stepping up, and yesterday she had to like run the store, so she's been offered this position of GM. I think that's training for it, or something like the old GM's leaving, but there's like this little space where she's having to step up and kind of like take command. And I
Yeah.
have full faith, and she sounds like she's doing the right thing and knocking it out of the park. But big shout out to
Yes,
the underdog
congratulations,
coming to
girl.
the
That's
top.
great. I love like it always feels good like when you can move like when you're stepping up, and it's always good like to know like when I go into a job I always try to know how to do everything. That way like if a position opens up I'm like, "Hey, I can do that." And that's always really good, and I don't know, that looks really good on you, like people like, employers like that, like to step up and say, "Hey, I can do that. I can handle that."
Yeah, so Melinda, that was the person I was talking about, is in the comments there. Um, from a friend of ours from Texas that is currently working, but then stops in and supports the live every single chance, at
Every
least for a
chance.
moment, and oftentimes hits the screen and just says some really wonderful, powerful things, and also is teaching us how to use TikTok.
Yeah.
So all the love and uh, aw.
I know one time we should probably get on here early and figure out the echo.
Yeah. I don't hear
You know
it.
what I mean?
I don't hear it at
Yeah,
all. But I'm sure it's my.
it's
Thanks,
Yeah, it's
Kel.
that. I was gonna say. I'm sure it's my microphone. If I could get on and just play with it, some yeah, like because I have a whole sound card connect. That's the deal with this one. That's why I don't use it is because I have a whole sound card. I have like sound effects. Like, can you guys hear that?
I don't hear an echo.
Did
Oh,
you hear the sound effect?
yeah.
I didn't hear the sound effect.
Team
That's
is
weird.
usually at work during the live too. No, I'm not on earbuds. I don't have any in. It's the guest, not yours, Nick
The
said.
echo, you think? Maybe if I mute, does it stop?
So I don't hear myself anymore. It was you. It was you. Nope. It's all clear now. Lana just had to mute up, and we'll just have to remind her.
Yeah. I just stay muted until I'm gonna talk. Yes, Tuna, they are. They are garbage. That's what it is. is and I have a dynamic microphone, but it's like it's broken and you can't really turn it up. That's good. I don't know. I just need to invest in a better one at this point, but I'll just stay muted until I'm gonna talk for now for today, and then I'll try to figure it out this evening. Like I said, I'll play with the sound card and try to make it not echo.
So I wrote a little something again. You remember when I did that a while ago? So this was, there were two people that inspired me to write a little bit. One is in the comments, Kels, and the other one is Ember because of the situation that she just recently had. So in our recovery, it's just to keep showing up. And if no one invests in you, invest in yourself. Because if no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Results will never come if you quit trying. And that's the number one truth. If you quit, you'll never get to where you're trying to go. And if you're tired, just keep showing up. And if you don't feel like it, just keep showing up. If you don't know where to start, just start and take that first step. And every step you take adds up over time. And sooner or later, you'll look back and you'll see you're at the top of the mountain, you're at the top of the staircase. And it doesn't matter if you can't see the top from where you are. Just know that if you keep putting in just a little bit more, if you keep on learning, and you can't get to that next level, you'll soon be exactly where you need to be. People say they've tried everything, and maybe they have, but not sticking to it, not having the courage to keep going. People get to the other end by showing up no matter what. Every single damn time. Right there's the difference, whether you feel like it or not. Whether you have setbacks or failures or the naysayers, you keep showing up. And so there are these moments that will define you and that will grow you, or they'll kill you a little bit, more so in the depths of your soul. But sadly, not everybody stands up in these moments. Many quit. But I'm here to tell you that you're so much more than that. What you do in these moments looks like, well, it's when you've been working on your dreams for years, when you're out of money and mentally or spiritually broken. People are telling you to give up or play it safe, but now is the time to dig deeper, to look at what didn't work and to learn and work harder. Just know that you have it in you to make your dreams come true. You are more inside. One more day, one more month, one more call, one more book. There's life inside that you haven't even touched. And it's these moments that you really, truly discover yourself. And you get to choose right then to choose your character or misery, growth or suffering. The cost of living is sometimes feels like too much to bear. But imagine what you get if you get everything that you want the very first time. No struggle, no hard work, no challenges. Some of you are probably saying that's great, but you haven't gone through anything that strengthens you. I remember the cold nights, and I've cried many tears, and most nights I tried to beat my fears. Hard times. Yeah, we've all struggled, and I've tried, and I've had so many fails, or asked, why am I here? You see, the struggle itself, the struggle has made us stronger, and clinging on to life built my hunger, and needed time to understand that it was the struggle that made me who I am now. It has become part of who I am. Being backed into a corner forced me to stand taller than I ever thought I possibly could be. Now, you're stronger than what you think you are. And don't forget that when times get hard, you might be drowning in pain, but you're not out. The bad times are not here to stay. You might not realize it, but you're stronger than your past. Just think back to where you begun. Survivor. We are all survivors. And you just went through the pain just to change. And so that went out to two of our friends who have kind of been going through it. And all the love to you. Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, you
Hi.
just missed it too.
I know, I always do. We all have
You'll
a
have
stomach bug over
to
here.
go back and rewatch the last couple of minutes, but glad to see you today.
Thanks. Yeah,
You're
we're
welcome.
all like
Love
having,
you too.
Logan's throwing up, Marky was throwing up yesterday, and now I'm throwing up. I'm just like, we're a mess, we're falling apart over here, but we're here. We're here. Ugh.
It's okay though.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Got your little blanket?
Yes, I'm like shivering. I feel like I'm, ugh.
Aww. So, coping skills. Leanna has a migraine, so we're going to bear with her today. And she's muted right now, so we don't have an echo. So you're in charge today. We're going to talk about coping skills and
Coping skills.
yeah.
So.
Oh, and by the way, welcome to the screen, Miss. I don't see the rest of your name. I'm going to go ahead and follow you since you're up here. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Miss Crystal. Miss Crystal. Hi. So yeah, coping skills, Ember. Great time for you. Day 3. Let's go, girl. What are some of your coping skills that you're going on right now?
So, coping skills for me look like, I feel like you can't cope with your problems unless you admit your part in the problem, right? So before you start coping with the whatever, you gotta make right with it with God, only God. That's how I feel, and then God will sort it out accordingly. Coping skills, I'm not sure how well my coping skills are nowadays, but I know that they're so important to have. And I think that has a lot to do with like the toolbox in recovery, is like all the things that you can lean on when you are feeling like you're lost or whatever. So coping skills are important. They're really important to figure out. I'm still figuring them out.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. I think reading my Bible and journaling and just stopping and thinking for a minute could even be a coping skill, and they're so important to do. And everyone's got to find their own. One's not going to be the same. Maybe it will be similar to somebody else's, but it's not going to be exactly the same. You got to just kind of find your groove. Leanna, your head is pounding you. Are you so done? Oh, girl, drink some water.
Don't forget you're muted.
I know. Jerry's bringing me some. He is working on it, guys.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, she's going through it right now. I appreciate her being here so much.
We're all falling apart. What's happening? We need to drink more orange juice or something. We need to get our shit together.
I got my green Kit Kats. These are like Halloween. These are crisp wafers and marshmallow cream Kit Kats. So I got them on like an auction deal. I got like 5 bags of massively large candy for $12. And I shouldn't be doing this, but
yeah.
Look at that. Look, it's green. Look at the Kit Kat. Oh my God, so good. Josh. What's up, my guy? Let's talk about some coping skills. I know you got some fantastic, awesome, amazing words to tell me. Pressure's
Yeah,
on.
I got a writing that kind of goes with coping skills. I'll read it. Because coping skills are different for everybody, you know what I mean? But it's called Get Right Until It Becomes Second Nature. There was a time when doing the right thing felt foreign, almost like wearing a shoe that don't fit. I've been living in chaos so long that peace felt suspicious. But that's the process, ain't it? We don't just wake up right, we get right one decision at a time until it becomes who we are. At first, doing the next right thing feels forced. You got to push yourself to pick up the phone, hit a meeting, pray, make amends, or keep your mouth shut when you want to snap off. But over time, those choices start to stack up, and before you know it, what used to feel like work becomes instinct. That's what God's doing, rewiring our instincts through repetition and obedience. The old us reacts, the new us responds. The difference? We've been practicing the next right thing long enough that get right ain't a struggle anymore. It's second nature. And I guess it's true. I was bad for so long, that thank God I had a good sponsor who made me do things that helped me, because he saw that like I was incapable of selfless acts, so he made me do one every day and call him about it. He made me be useful and call him and talk to him about it. And then I had to just go learn how to hang out with the like-minded people and start doing positive things,
Yeah.
And like going to Bible study or going to the meeting when I don't feel like it, or going playing handball or pickleball, or just doing activities with like-minded people.
That's a really good coping skill for real. until you get used to it, you know?
Yeah.
What popped out to me in that reading, dude, was that peace feels suspicious.
Yeah, it does, right?
Like, so like, it's so true, and that hits so deep because, man, it didn't feel right just to be able to sit and exist. It didn't feel right to like feel like an overall. I'm not sitting here, my legs not going. I'm not like shaking. I'm not like racing thought or anything like that. And that felt like something was a little off. And like you said, you also said it was like sometimes it felt forced. But you know what? I did have to force myself. I did have to practice what peace, kind of looked like, or what my sense of peace looked like. So that way I had to visualize what I wanted out of things because I wouldn't really know. So I would just kind of like think about, well, I do want to calm my mind. Now I'm practicing it and it feels weird. Am I doing the right thing? So, I mean, I appreciate you saying that, man, because it did feel kind of forced. And VK's back in the house, showing love again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I remember like, I don't know, I was pretty like 6 months, 8 months, something like that. And something clicked in me and I was like, oh my God, I'm doing so many wrong things. And my sponsor come to see me. And so I'm listing everything that's wrong with me. Like, I got to quit smoking cigarettes. I got to stop doing this. And I went on like that for 30 minutes. When I finally came up for air, he just looked at me and said, here's a cigarette. Go smoke it. You just learn how to quit or stop shooting heroin every day. And you ain't learned how to sit still in the quiet. Let's just work on those two things. And he gave me a whole pack of cigarettes. I was like, all right, man. All right, I'll smoke a cigarette. But I wanted to fix everything all at once. And it was like, whoa, bro. Just learn how to sit still for a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, that made so much sense. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, no, that's powerful. That's good. Yeah. Hi, everybody who's been popping in. Great to see everyone. Our topic tonight, starting off, is coping skills. VK, I want to hear from you, but Miss Crystal was in here. You're up next, and then we'll shoot to Luke and then VK. Miss Crystal, welcome. Do you have anything to say?
I
Coping skills, or do you want to pass? What do you got to say?
I want to say something, but I don't know if I'm in the right spot because I love listening to you all, and you're helping me so much. But my son is the one that is, he's the one that's falling, not me. I'm just trying to learn and listen, and you guys are friggin' awesome. And
Thank
just
you
being
so
able to
much for
listen
being
to
here.
you guys is helping me so much to be able to help him.
Yay.
Have you been to Al-Anon meeting?
I, believe it or not, I have tried Al-Anon and I got pissed off there because I don't want to hear people complain and say, oh, my kid does this, my kid is, oh, if he could only do this, just don't go outside the house and pick up a bottle. That's not what I want to freaking hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear how we're coping. How are we handling this? How are we as parents or sisters or brothers or anybody going to be able to say, I'm here?
I appreciate you being here. We've actually had a few people pop in who don't directly deal or struggle with addiction, but it's their family members who are struggling, and they are here to learn and to hear from addicts. And it's important for those like myself to be a part of the person who has been in my life and trying to support me, but not having to deal with the actual addiction other than myself. You know what I mean? So I really love that you're here. I'm glad that maybe some of the things that we're talking about is helpful to you, because it's really, really important, because I know that you being a family member or someone who loves someone who's struggling also deals with so much. I mean, you deal with a lot of pain too, and I'm so thankful. This is the right place for you, because we're not going to tell you to, do this or do this. We can all suggest different things, but it's all correct because we all have the end goal. So I know my guy right here, he's a devout man of faith, and he writes books, and he works in I think a treatment slash kind of space. Leanna, also a certified peer recovery supporter, our host. I'm a certified peer recovery supporter, and we just support all walks of recovery, regardless how you go there. I'm not a program person myself. Leanna's not a program person that much. Okay, but Josh is, and so like we get to hear about a whole bunch of different types of recovery, because recovery isn't just one level, because it's worked for some doing this, but it hasn't worked for some doing that. So.
Yeah, and that's the problem that we're having is his recovery. I mean, this is the 5th time. And I mean, I work with people that have addictions, and this is stuff that I do on the outside part, but I work with them. And when it hits your family, it's hard.
Yeah.
And this is listening to everybody here. I'm like, wow, this is normal. Okay, it's okay. He can slip up. This will happen. And part of my family is saying, well, don't go and pick up a bottle. Well, you know, it's a disease. It's not that easy all the time. But I also want you guys to know that we love you. And we're here. And don't ever give up on your family, because I know for my son, I'm always here. And he's at his own meeting now, so he can't hear me.
I can hear the pain in your voice, and I can hear the deep, raw emotion. I mean, you got me tearing up already just listening to you and how the family's affected. So I welcome you. Susan in the comments said, "I promise you, though, there's a lot of groups of family members that's very supportive." Yes, we are ourselves a really supportive group. And Susan also said that it may take 50 times. I can speak for myself that it took at least 50 times, and so I was able to come to the other end of things. So one thing I will say is just don't give up. And
he's not happy about it, but I actually moved myself into his house, and I said, I'm not moving. My husband's at home. He doesn't help me with this. He's just saying I'm going to have a heart attack, but he's never doing anything to help except for belittling and putting down, and he thinks that saying stuff that's nasty and mean is going to be the right thing, and it's not. And I know it's not. So I know I'm coddling him, but I feel like I need to, because I need it for me.
So I can't say whether you're coddling him or not. I can say that it sounds like your heart is in the right place, and I think that is the best way to start supporting somebody who is also struggling. And I empathize with you. I appreciate you, and I hope that giving the support that you so desperately need. And not everybody. I mean, I'm not going to be able to face a lot of those people who I hurt. A lot of people have perceptions of those who are addicts, and I'm not going to be able to get through to them. But that's not my place to do that. All I can continue doing is just be there for those who are in need and reaching out. So thank you so much. I'm gonna move on to Luke, because I think Luke's probably gonna have something saucy to say. Luke's been popping in here and saying some really good things, and then we'll get to you, AK. But please feel free, Miss Crystal, that if you want to share something, please interject, because we're here to help you. Okay.
Thank you guys, and again, love you all.
All right, Crystal, I want to say to you real quick. I'm sorry, I want to pop in real quick and while I'm unmuted, and just say thank you for being here, and that you are welcome. We welcome everybody that has been touched by addiction in any way. So I just wanted to. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My brain is killing me. And then in the comments, Susan, thank you for being here and all the support. Michael, I think that's him in the box, but he said he's sober from. I almost said it, but congratulations on that, guys, and thank you all for being here and bearing with me. I'm really not feeling it today.
Well, thank you for being here, Leanna, and just ride the wave. We got a whole panel here, so I appreciate you doing what you're doing. So, Luke, what's up, my guy? Welcome back again.
Absolutely. Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see everyone. Before I touch on the coping, for Miss Crystal, it's just a suggestion. There's this great place called Granite Recovery, and I'm not saying for obviously your loved one to go there, but on Tuesday nights they do a Zoom for family members. My family joined this every Tuesday for the 63 days I was there, so however many weeks that is, and the instructor there, Robert's his name, kind of presents to family what's being offered to their family members. Because my mother is 74 years old. She's never said the F word. She's never had a cigarette. She is a kind soul. She got 3 books on addiction and just trying to learn how to talk to me to understand how I was thinking and feeling. To have a family member that does that, how I know how graced I am with that, right? Because my family could not get me sober. My mom, my dad, my brother would all have done it for me. That's not how this works. So the fact that your loved one knows that you're there and willing to go to any lengths for them, you can't do it for him. He has to do it. But no shame, no judgment. That was needed for me. So that's just a suggestion. You know, I believe if you reach out to them via email, and you can reach out to me and I'll send you the information. Just again, it will kind of introduce to you like what recovery can look like for your loved one. But coping skills, I mean, I'm used to
Luke,
creating
before you
chaos.
go on, Luke, I'm going to write this down because I need it in my resource bank. Can you tell me that info again one more time?
Yeah, so Granite Recovery is in the New England area. My parents started going to Al-Anon through the Heron Project. You guys have probably all heard of Chris Heron, the former NBA player. And through Al-Anon, and again, how dare they? I'm the one with the fucking problem, not you. The humility I felt realizing I'm the problem when alcohol and drugs enter my system, and that controls my thinking, becomes my actions and behaviors. I'm their problem. The 3 people that have unconditionally loved me my entire life, right? And it saved my life because they started doing Al-Anon. But again, this place is called Granite Recovery.
Okay.
They're in New England, Vermont, Maine. And again, on Tuesday nights, they do it like an hour-long Zoom. And I mean, like 80 families would do this every Tuesday. What a gift that was.
Okay.
But
Thank you. I appreciate you repeating
yeah,
that.
yep. But for coping things, I need to get little wins. I need to build that good momentum. I'm going to get up before 10 a.m., whatever that is, right? I'm speaking early on in recovery. Get up before 10 a.m., make my bed, and get to the gym. Or, you know, again, for me, I do step work. So just engaging with somebody else that's in recovery. Those are daily obtainable things that I can do that starts building that good momentum. Because no one's going to beat me up and make myself feel worse than me. So just starting those little things can turn into the big things. Because again, I can fuck up a cup of coffee. I can get overwhelmed. I overthink things. It's true. So I need simplicity early on, especially when my life's out of control. I want to control everything else. I'm a workaholic. So I could always get praise and justification at work. So I would overwork myself. And that way, how convenient for me to avoid the problems that I'm having in my personal life. I've mentioned this for 19 years. I managed liquor stores, so I couldn't stay away from alcohol. I'm having it all day long. And of course, I'm, you know, it's one of those things that I could always justify what I was doing. But yeah, just those easy, healthy things early on. But thanks for letting me share, guys.
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate you. Great. Vacay. What's up, Vacay? 4 weeks, right? Yeah, you're 4 weeks,
I'm on
right?
4 weeks.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the coping skills has been kind of really hard for me. For anyone. Someone shared about, you know, going to, you know, I've been to rehab over like 15 times, you know. At least I went to rehab, though. I didn't give up. There was a time in my life where, you know, I was at a sober house and I did, you know, wanted to just end it. But I ended up waking up in the hospital after that night. And I don't know if anybody knows, there's a company that helps people in recovery. It's called CCAR. And it's basically all recovery. It's not just, you know, alcoholics, or it's not just addicts. It's all, they help everybody. And they helped me out. They got me into treatment programs. They were the ones to, you know, talk to me while I was in the hospital. You know, and I got a lot, but when it comes to coping skills, I have them, but I don't use them as much as I should. Obviously, that's what led to my last relapse, is because I didn't use the coping mechanism or coping stuff, or I didn't, talk to anyone. I was like, I'm just doing it myself. What's one drink gonna do? And obviously, it cost me everything. I
Yeah.
lost like trust in people. I was so close to losing my house, because the people here, they gave me a second chance. They kicked me out for 3 days, and then they said that you better come back with a clean urine, and if not, then you're kicked out permanently. And luckily, I came back negative with a urine, and um, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful, and this is the first sober house that I've had over a year clean. Most other sober houses I've been to weren't really as nice as this house is. The people here, the ones that run it, they do care, and I'm the youngest one out of everybody here. I'm 26 years old, and everybody's at least 30 and up. And it's hard to like kind of relate to the older people, and no offense, I'm just saying that's how, I can't go, nobody wants to go, shoot some hoops or whatever, like, you know what I mean?
I'm 42. I'll shoot some hoops with you, bro. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But like, it's just hard, like, and there's not a lot of like, ever since like COVID happened, like it's like been kind of like a ghost town, where I can't find friends like that out there, because half of them that are out there are using, and I'm like, I don't want to be friends with people out there like that. So I mean, I don't really are using, and I'm like, I don't want to be friends with people out there like that. So I mean, I don't really have, they're like my mentor. You people are helping me out, because obviously it's working for y'all, so it has to work for me. And it has, going to meetings. I don't go to a lot, but it does help though. I do appreciate the shares, and that's what I get out of it. I don't do the big book or anything, because I don't. For me, I don't believe a book is gonna get me clean. I have to get myself clean. But it's nice though to talk to somebody, or like, I don't have a spot or like a mentor that's in one of these rooms, and because I told him that like the last sponsor I had, this was when I was younger, like at like 17. It didn't turn out so well. The guy ended up essaying me, and that's when I lost all hope for sponsors. Because I put my trust in this guy, and this guy ends up screwing me over. So that's why I've never really had a sponsor after that. But I told the guy, look, I'm not gonna tell you all the problems and stuff, because I already do that with my therapist, and I don't want to repeat myself for somebody, and it's just like, it's just been hard to, like, when it comes to certain situations, like when I'm about to lose my housing or something, that's when I'm like, fuck it then, like, or when, somebody on the lives in my family, like, like those people meant so much to me, and now that they're gone, it's like, I lost a part of me, and it hurts. But I know that drinking is not gonna get me anywhere closer or resolve any problems, or help anything. If anything, it makes it worse. So, but I'm still working on my coping skills. I write music.
Oh, okay.
I do a little bit of poetry, and I try to go out and bike. I try to bike out there. I try to do DoorDash, just to keep my mind busy. But that's it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
So I hear that you dabble around with the program a little bit, but you're not like fully into it. You don't have a sponsor, but you have a mentor. I think all of that is great. I mean, I think that you're on the right track. And I'm not a program person. To be honest with you, maybe the reason why I'm not a huge program person is because the last time that I really tried to do the program, like the AANA, I put so much pressure on myself to perform. And part of my problem is that when I start to downfall, because I want to make everybody feel better, I don't want them to see James disintegrating, or just crumbling. So I kind of like put this persona of I'm fine until it's way too late, because I don't want to let someone know that I don't have it together. So
it's crazy. Like I sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like I could definitely just like I am a people pleaser. Like I help out people as much as I can, even though I don't got much. Like like I know that like you can't help others unless you help yourself. But I don't believe that. I could still help others even though I might be going through a situation or something. Like I believe that I can say something to help that person or whatever. It may not be financially, but at least emotionally or just being there for someone. And nobody had like I go live, and I'm not here to gain followers or anything like that, but I go live, I drop coins for people that mean a lot to me, and that like I figured they would give some effort back, into showing me some support. But a lot of it they don't, they don't. People, once I send them coins or whatever, like I spent a lot on coins on here for people, and then next thing you know, I got stabbed in the back, and that was like another reason why like I had to take a break off TikTok, because it was getting to me, like people weren't supporting me, people weren't coming into my lives, like and all I want to do is just talk to people. That's it, get to know them. That's it, like because the world now it's been getting harsh. People out there, I mean, you can't even say hi to somebody walking down the street, or they look at you funny or whatever. And it's like, is that how messed up this world has gotten to, where we can't even like say hi to our neighbors or whatever? So yeah, I feel that, dude. Like I feel like I put all in, but I get nothing back, And not that I'm expecting, a lot back, but at least like a tiny bit, But I can't rely, or like depend on people that that one I can't even see, because I can't travel like that, so I can't see people like that, and and that's why like I stopped supporting them. I stopped sending them gifts. I stopped, and and they said nothing about it. It's like I never existed, basically. So I mean, that's what kind of hurts, and that was one of the reasons why, like, and I know there's no excuse for drinking, but it was kind of like that. One of the reasons why I drank was because I got frustrated of how like I wasn't getting the support. I wasn't getting the crowd that I wanted. This is the crowd I want. I want people in recovery. I just want to talk. I'm not here to gain money, gain followers, gain views. No, like I just want to talk to people. That's it.
Yeah, dude, everything that you're saying is great. You have a desire to connect with people. You have a desire to help other people. But, it's really important what you said about, I want to touch on this, and then we're going to go over to One Time and also Holly. Not everybody is going to give back the way that you give. And I know that I know that I have put that on my expectation of like, I need somebody who's going to give 50% or 60% or 40% of what I give. But I learned that I just set myself up for failure, because I just need to be true to myself and be the authentic me. And if I want to do something like that, that's fine. And you know what? If someone else doesn't want to function, I'm not going to resent. This is me. I'm not going to resent the fact that they're not. I need to move forward. And unfortunately, VK, I've had to get rid of or not engage with a lot of people. And it sometimes feels like I'm just going through the masses to find the one that, for example, like Leanna, who is willing to show up, who's willing to put forth. We message here and there on the outs of the live, but I know that she's giving. So if it's not necessarily to me, but she's giving so much of herself to so many other people. I respect the shit out of it, you know. So I can call her a friend, and I can keep her in my friend group, and you know, also you know the same one that was just below me, Ember. Josh, who was just here a few minutes ago. These are virtual friends. Holly, you're getting there too, man. You know, you keep showing up. But it's not necessarily you showing FaceTime or the gifts or anything. It's about, for me, seeing the goodness in another person giving to another person. And that's really important for me. And that's what I latch onto. And that's what keeps one of my coping skills is that, what, like you said, just wanting to connect and wanting to talk to somebody. Another one of my coping skills is having accountability partners. I know that, I mean, I haven't used Leanna because I'm in a pretty stable place right now, but I know that if I ever become not stable, that I could call on her and be like, yo, look, bro, I need you to like get on the line with me and tell me to shut the fuck up or go to do this or do some journaling or do some breathing or whatever it might be. Go change a damn diet.
That's what I was going to say.
Like,
Breathe on the phone.
whatever it is, you know, go make some food, go garden, breathe on the phone. But I have surrounded myself at this point. It's taken years. It's years with my kind of like my board of personal professional, my board of directors. So I have my people that I can go to, and it hasn't taken, like, it's not just a flip of a coin. It hasn't happened quick, but that I can go to and I've weeded these people out over the masses of people over the years. And you're right, COVID has made a big difference in that, in the way that people communicate. It's difficult for me just to go to Walmart and just engage in conversation without someone being like, you're weird as fuck. Like, what are you doing talking to me? So I get where you're coming from. And I just encourage you to, you know, even if it's here, I know you can't like physically see us and shoot hoops or whatever. I'm in Ohio. If you're ever up this way, shoot me a line. I will get down with you in the cold, whatever it takes. But you can build your, and this is actually maybe going to be good for tomorrow, building your family. Tonight was kind of coping skills, the things that ground you. And then maybe tomorrow's going to be at 7:30, by the way, everybody. 7:30 on Saturday and Sunday. Leanna was willing to push it back a half hour because I'm going to be working, but I'll be in. But we're going to be talking about family and how you define that and what that looks like, and has it changed from the time that you in the beginning of your recovery to where you're at now. So just food for thought. So I appreciate everything that you said. Thank you, and I thank you for being here too, Holly. Before we got a couple more minutes here. Is that right, Leanna? Give me like a number of about how many more minutes with your fingers because you're muted. We're good? Okay.
She's eating that pudding she made.
You know, let's get down with the get down. I'll take, give me a straw. Okay, no, maybe not a straw with that, but Holly, so we're talking about coping skills and what you got to say?
Everything. Well, I just got off another meeting on my Zoom, and they were talking about selfishness. So, but coping skills is definitely something I'm not very good at either, and or how to cope with something when it happens. Because you know, like I've told you guys, I got a very short fuse, and if something don't go my way, Matt, don't you say a word. My husband is behind me. Yeah, I throw a little bit of a temper tantrum, but that's just, you know, I've never had coping skills my whole life. And with 26 years of drug addiction, yeah, I pretty much had my way the whole time through it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm coping now. Like, I'm facing my fears. I'm facing reality. I'm finally doing it, and it's a struggle for sure. Like, it's one day at a time. Just like Serenity Prayer, just for today. And everybody's different on how they cope with stuff. Like, like you were saying, I'm a very big, huge people person. I love talking to anybody and everybody. Just as long, as it's not gonna cause any legal problems or, anything like that. So, yeah, I just feel like everybody has their own ways of coping, and opening up on TikTok Live with you guys and meeting you guys has been a big, huge weight lifted up off my chest. Like, because the meetings that I go to, don't get me wrong, they're good meetings, but they'll shut your camera off to where you can't look at the person and talk to them, and I get really frustrated with that because I like to look at people when I talk to them, and they all over talk each and every single, and so yeah, I do get a little frustrated with that, but I love being here with you, James and Leanna.
And Greg.
And Greg, what's up, Greg?
I don't know you yet, Greg. But yeah, so like, I don't know. But I want to tell you guys something. Off topic. I got some bad news. I have to have another surgery. Okay. So I'm not looking.
Is the surgery gonna?
I'll put these little tiny needles in my arms because I've been having issues with my arms and my legs going numb. But so my right arm is the most severe and my left is mild, but I have carpal tunnel really bad. Mm-hmm. So they're wanting to do surgery as soon as I can get into orthopedic on this hand. I just had surgery on my left leg.
So look, with carpal tunnel, my mumsy, she just got her cast off yesterday or day before. She had carpal tunnel surgery, and she had a tendon reattached at her elbow. So it's like a dual whammy. And I tell you what, the doctor who isn't like this super specialist was saying that it's a really common surgery. We have a family member that's like 93 or 94 years old, also had carpal tunnel surgery. It's really it's really not a good, okay, I'm not saying it right. A small little incision, and they go in, boom, you're done, and the heal time is really quick. So of course you're going to worry because it's a surgery, but hey, I say go for it because the longer you wait, it is going to, mess up your stuff. For
so she had to wear a cast though?
Yeah, I mean, she did mainly for her elbow, but now she got her cast off, and she's supposed to stretch her elbow and just has like a little wrist brace on. The recovery time for that is about 3 months for her because the fingers touch the tendon in the elbow. But if it's just the carpal tunnel surgery, like my great grandma, she's already. I mean, it's 2-3 weeks, and she was like kind of like back to it and full recovery. So. Good luck with your surgery. And it's important to have a lot of like coping skills either because, I mean, as long as you're at least willing to learn and you keep that open mind and you keep coming back, that's really what matters.
I gotta keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yeah, come on, Greg.
Have you guys heard of this treatment called ibogaine?
No.
Nope.
Well, it's typically, how do I say it? So it's an addiction treatment that people use. I see you see it most common with opioid, or like severe PTSD. There's clinics you can go to in Canada or Mexico or the UK or in different places. It's not legal though in the United States for some reason. But there's the withdrawal, the crazy thing with the ibogaine is that it somehow doesn't have a withdrawal. So it like skips the physical chemical withdrawal. It's spelled phonetically, just how it sounds. BGOAINE.
Okay.
Are you writing that down, Leanna?
No, say it again.
No.
Is it the treatment? Is it the one that like pushes all the drugs out of your system and you pretty much sleep through the withdrawal for like 1 day? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's a psychedelic, but
Spell
it's
it
not
again for me, babe.
IBOGAINE.
IBOGA.
INE.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, it's been around for 50 years, and
Thanks, Miss Crystal.
Tomorrow.
7:30 tomorrow.
Yep.
but for people, I don't know. It's from the stuff I've seen, it seems to be really amazing, but it's who knows? But
So I haven't heard of it, and I'm not opposed to any recovery method that gets me to the other end of things as long as it's legal. And as soon as you said that it's not legal in the United States, I mean, I'm not sure why that it's not, but I have an addiction to or an allergy to doing bad things. It always ends up in prison. So I have to do everything by the book and not steer off the path, because I am 5 times in prison and I am not going back. So if that means I got to hit the button for the crosswalk, I'm hitting the button for the crosswalk. So it's not even, I mean, I'm just going to say again that I support all paths of recovery as long as it gets you to the other end of things. But I would strongly encourage, until it becomes legal, not to subject yourself to something that could be concerning like that. I mean, obviously there's a reason.
And I should preface it this way.
Yeah.
It can be legal, but because they haven't scheduled it under that, you'd have to be under, they call it like a religious ceremony or something.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of like a caveat people do in order to do it. So you can do it, but if you want to do it in you want to go to a clinic that does it 24/7 year round, that's all they do.
Yeah.
They have clinics in Canada and Mexico and the UK and all these places where you can go have it done. But I was just curious if you guys had heard about it.
Nope.
I haven't, and when you said something that was like psychedelic, I wasn't fully bought into it, but I do know that this, just for me, because I can't do anything that's mind altering, period, that like 2 Benadryl will knock me out for 14 hours, and I'm cool on that. Like I'm over. I mean, I used to not doing all the things, and I love the space that I'm in. For me.
Yeah, I mean, for most people, this is something that for people that are on pretty close to, they can't help it. They're addicted. Right. They're chemically addicted. Right. Withdrawal is dangerous and stuff like that, and it's a way to kind of skip all that. And but it's not something you would do. It's not something anybody would want to do recreationally, if you know what I mean.
Right? No. Yeah. It doesn't.
It's something that people wouldn't look forward to if they knew what they were getting into.
Sure.
So it's it's very self-analyzing, very memory exposing. There's sometimes people purge when they do it, so it's very.
Which is why you would need to be in a treatment center with the professionals who are used to administering it.
They want to make sure that your heart rate is okay and everything like that. But I was just curious. It's something I see a lot of people that talk about addiction aren't familiar with. So I'm just curious if you guys had heard about it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question. I can just say for me that it's not my cup of tea, but I can also say that I'm sure that it's worked for people out there if they are putting it on the market in a controlled way. Just do your research, Greg, and be careful and always be informed.
I'll talk to you later.
Hey, thanks. So, Leanna, that brings us to about our, hour mark. 7. You want to do 7:30 tomorrow, and we'll talk about the fam. I hope your migraine goes away. I'm pretty sure Jerry said that he's got a decent back rub in for you, maybe a neck massage, to get that hydration in. Jerry's a great dude, so hopefully he's hearing me. you're muted too if you want to say anything to wrap up. You're muted.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Can you hear me? I was telling Jerry, I said, did you hear him? He's talking to you. Thank you guys. Thank everybody for being here. I know there's not that many people still in here, but tomorrow it's going to be 7:30, weeknight 7 o'clock. The podcast is at 6 on Fridays. Tomorrow is going to be at 4 because of the guest schedule. And thanks for all the gifts. Thanks for bearing with me. I know I'm like repeating myself over and over again. I cannot think properly, but I'll feel better tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, go
Thanks
get
for
one
being
of
here,
those.
Leanna.
Go get Mr. Goodie Packs. They're
Yeah,
at
the
like
goodie
Dollar
powders.
General.
I've seen them.
Oh, girl, let me tell you, I will preach that all day long. Those things. Oh,
James, brother, you have a good night, man.
Jerry, my guy. So glad you're here. I appreciate you. All right. Bye,
okay, guys.
everybody.
Good night.